Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we are going to be installing a new filter and an extender for it because we're using a deeper pan. There's the O-ring for it, and I believe these are the 3 bolts we're going to use here with the washer. And I will be using this this gasket. I know most people say you don't need it, but I am going to put this on because this goes on there, and the way it fits, you can see right around this area how it's lifted. It's rounded, and there's a little gap there. So I will be using this gasket here and tighten it down, and it should close that gap. Normally you wouldn't use a gasket, but this gasket came with the Trans Go kit, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that. So the pan is painted. See, I have some shrink wrap on it to protect it because it will get ruined from me handling it underneath the car. But it's all cleaned up, it's painted, and ready to go in. So I do have the new dipstick put in there. You can see it here. It's the only location I can find for it. There's no place on the firewall here to put it. So I found this little gap here, and if you can see it going into the transmission down there, I think you can see it. I'm not sure, but that's where it's going. So let me make some room under here, move some of these tools out of the way, and get started.
Come on! Woo! Nice one right here! My turn! Look at all that smoke. They're gonna have me evicted.
Okay, first things first, let's remove, I believe I have 3 bolts on here. Yep, 1, 2, 3. You see this kick out right here? Well, this is where the dipstick goes, but I can feel that it's touching, and it's putting a little pressure. It's moving the pan over that way a little. I kind of forced it in there. I may have to trim the dipstick housing that falls in there, but I'll have to take this off to take a look at it and see where I can do a little bit of trimming. I don't want that to be an area where it will leak. But then again, the other pan, being that it's deeper, it may be a little different. We'll see. We'll see if there's enough room in there. So let's take this off. I can't see, so I gotta go by feel. Yeah, see, this is all brand new paint, but putting it in, it gets dirty and scuffed up. Maybe I'll touch it up before I set the car down. she goes. That's a lot of garbage in there. Where's this garbage come from? What is that? Looks like paint. Yeah, maybe it's paint. Yeah, that's what it is. It's paint. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe not, but that's paint that was in the bore there. A little paint's not gonna hurt it, I hope. All right, see, that's where the dipstick comes down. So I'm thinking filled would be right at this level here. I think fill is just above or at the very edge of the valve body. I think the fluid needs to cover up to here. So, yeah, it'll be fine. All right, so I couldn't go with the original dipstick for the 727 for the small block because the dipstick that I have with the 904, the bell housing on this is bigger. It's a lot thicker, so it didn't fit, didn't line up. So it was easier for me to just get this. All right, what's next? Oh, the filter. All right, where is it? I have the block here. What do I do with the bolts and the filter? I didn't get it. All right, let me go get that. Okay, I am back. Here is the spacer, and I have two here. Where'd the other one go? And here's the other one, 3. So the O-ring is on there, as you can see, but this all has to go together with the filter. All right, so this is going to go like this. This hole is going to meet up with this one. That's where it does all the sucking. It sucks right through there. So it's going to look like that when we're done. So this will go on top of here. And remember, I said I was going to use the filter. I mean the gasket. I'm not sure if I should use it, but it just doesn't seem right without it. I don't see how this is going to prevent it from, because it's going to be transmission fluid all the way up here. So what's to stop it from sucking it in between here? What's the worst thing that can happen? I blow the transmission up. Where's that gasket? Here it is. So we're just going to go ahead and use it. I know. Doesn't seem right, but it kind of does. And I lost the bolts again. Here they are. So we're going to put one in. 2 and 3. So leave it in the comments if you think I shouldn't use this gasket, but I'm going to leave it on there. And if I get more no, you shouldn't use it, to yeah, it's fine, you should use it, you see there's a gap. Well, there's a bigger gap now, but we'll see. Oh boy, how's this gonna work? All right, the O-ring is on there, and let's see if I can get at least one started. That's one. Oh, did I move the camera? Yeah, you can still see it. All right, let's work it over to the next one. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. What the heck? Alright, I thought I had it started. Let's try this again. Oh, this is terrible. I don't like laying on my back, but I don't have a choice here. I don't have a lift anymore. Alright, let's try it like this. Come on. Alright, that one feels like it's in. So does that one. You guys didn't notice if the O-ring fell out, did you? And the third one. All right. That looks pretty good. Now it does come with an Allen key. And I don't know what the torque spec is on this, but I'll just hand tighten it until it feels right. That feels just about right. Maybe a little too tight. That feels right. And that feels just about right. All right, good. Let's go get the pan and see if this is going to interfere. If not, I'm just gonna have to cover this whole area and go at it with a grinder right here just to make a nice flat spot. Round it off a little bit. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so the pan, as you can see, it's got some pitting in there. This was laying around for years. It's cleaned up pretty good. I got in there and we had to hammer it straight. This is the area here in question where the dipstick goes. Maybe I should try fitting it first, because the original one did hit here. It was kind of forcing it over. Yeah, you know what, let me just check to see if it fits correctly. If not, I'll either, no, I can't hammer this because that's going to warp the flat surface, although it is a little lifted from here to about here. When you lay it flat on the table, you can see a little bit of gap from here to here. So I will be adding some ultra black RTV gasket maker. Maybe I'll check to see if I have something better, but that's what I'm going to use. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to use this rubber gasket or this original style caulk. I'm thinking this is a little thicker, so I should go with this. This may be a little more forgiving. I don't know. We'll see. If it leaks, at least I have an extra. All right, so let me get under there with the pan and make sure that I'm not going to have any clearance issues. Okay, so it does rub on here just enough, but I think I can go ahead and bolt it down because it's bringing the bolts right to the edge of the thread. I think it's going to be fine. Also, I measured to see how far the filter drops with that adapter, and it drops 1.5 inches from the surface of the transmission. And if you look at this, 1.5 inches, it's still, there's still about a little over, almost 3/4 of an inch. Maybe I should find a way to extend it some more. But I'm not going to do that. That's as good as it's going to get. It's good enough for me. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this gasket on here, and then I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to install it. Okay, the surface is clean on both ends. I did remove the filter again because I noticed that the kit came with these washers. Not sure if I needed them on this application, but I put them in there because if there's any problems I don't want to find out later is because I forgot the washers. Maybe it needs it, maybe it doesn't. So let's get this up there. I have all the bolts painted, ready to go. All right. Let's see if I can maneuver this in there without making a mess and moving that gasket. Oh no, it's pretty sticky. Let's start with one. Come on, get it in there. Okay, that one started. Oh no, I dropped the camera. Great. Can you guys still see what I'm doing? Let's get another one here. Come on. Come on. Feels right. All right. Let's get them over here. This is where I was. That's my head. I don't want to get my head in the way here. Let me see, there's a hole here. Let's see if I can get this one started. Come on. I can't see a damn thing. And this shrink wrap is in my way. Alright, you got to feel for the hole. Here it is. Oh, come on. I can't see it. Can't feel it. There it is. Come on, get this one started. Okay, I got it started. All right, let me put one back here. Let's try this one. Okay, got that one started. Okay, all right, they're all started. All right, let me get all the bolts in place and then I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, I got all 14 bolts in place. Now it's time to hand tighten. All right, I guess I can go in some sort of sequence. Let's try this one. And then we'll go back to this side. We'll go to this one. And you know what? This is going to take a little bit. And I know you guys don't want to watch me screw this thing in. So I will bring you guys back when I'm done. Okay, the bolts are all in and torqued by hand. So let's rip this off. Oh, I got it caught in there. And that's gonna do it. Hopefully she doesn't leak. And if it does, oh well. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up, repaint this. I'm still waiting on still waiting to order, just haven't had time, the dust shield that goes out here for a 727 small block. And still need to go get the the dry shaft cut. I don't know what the prices are. I remember doing it once, maybe 14 years ago, when I changed the rear end for a 489 out of a 69 Roadrunner, and I had to shorten the dry shaft. I swear, I only paid, I don't know, about $200, and I went to go see the same guy, and he wanted well over 500. So I need to find another place to take it. I don't think that 500 is a fair price. So, and if it is, then I guess I'll just have to pay to get it done. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this video. You guys are welcome to come back and see the continuation. Not sure what part this is, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this video up separately from all the other ones. So on that note, I want to thank you guys for watching. Moroso, right? TCI, right? It's all original, except for the shift kit that I put in there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.